9 powerful benefits of hydrogen peroxide in your garden. Gardening enthusiasts are always on the lookout for simple, effective, and affordable ways to boost plant health and maintain their gardens. One surprising solution that many gardeners have found incredibly useful is hydrogen peroxide. Yes, the same stuff you might keep in your medicine cabinet for cleaning cuts and scrapes may work wonders in your garden. Hydrogen peroxide is a chemical compound made up of hydrogen and oxygen. Its unique properties make it a powerful tool for gardeners. From speeding up seed germination to combating pesky pests and diseases, hydrogen peroxide has multiple uses that may enhance your garden's vitality. In today's video, we'll talk about 9 benefits of hydrogen peroxide for your gardens. Also, stick to the end of the video to find out some bonus hydrogen peroxide tips. Let's get started. 1. Boosts seed germination. Seeds often have hard outer shells that may delay the absorption of water and nutrients needed for germination. By soaking seeds in a diluted hydrogen peroxide solution before planting, the outer layer of the seed is softened, which facilitates easier and quicker water absorption. This process may help kickstart the germination process by ensuring the seeds get the moisture they need to begin growing. Additionally, hydrogen peroxide may increase the oxygen levels around the seeds. Unlike water, which provides no additional oxygen, hydrogen peroxide releases oxygen when it breaks down. This extra oxygen is crucial because seeds may require oxygen for cellular respiration, a process that provides the energy needed for growth. Increased oxygen availability may create a more favorable environment for seeds, promoting faster and more uniform sprouting. 2. Enhances root development. Roots need oxygen to perform cellular respiration, a process that generates the energy necessary for growth and nutrient uptake. When you apply a diluted hydrogen peroxide solution to the soil, it breaks down into water and oxygen. This release of oxygen may increase the oxygen levels around the roots, providing them with the extra boost they need to grow more vigorously. Improved oxygen availability due to hydrogen peroxide may help prevent conditions that lead to root rot. Root rot typically occurs in waterlogged soils where oxygen is limited, creating an environment where harmful anaerobic bacteria and fungi thrive. These pathogens may damage the roots, inhibiting their ability to absorb water and nutrients. By adding hydrogen peroxide to the soil, you introduce oxygen that may help suppress these harmful organisms, creating a healthier environment for the roots. This helps protect the roots from diseases, allowing them to grow more robustly. Hydrogen peroxide's antimicrobial properties may also play a role in enhancing root development. It may help disinfect the soil, killing off harmful bacteria and fungi that could otherwise attack the roots. By lowering the overall pathogen load in the soil, this ensures that infections won't impede the root's ability to grow. Healthier roots mean better nutrient and water uptake, leading to stronger and more resilient plants. 3. To treat potting mix before use. One of the primary concerns with potting mix is the presence of harmful pathogens such as bacteria, fungi, and pests that may negatively impact plant health. Treating the potting mix with a hydrogen peroxide solution may help to sterilize it, killing these unwanted organisms. The hydrogen peroxide breaks down into water and oxygen, and the released oxygen has strong oxidizing properties that may destroy pathogens, ensuring that the potting mix is clean and safe for planting. Hydrogen peroxide's ability to break down organic matter is another reason why it is beneficial for treating potting mixes. When applied, hydrogen peroxide may help decompose any residual organic materials in the mix, converting them into simpler compounds that are easier for plants to absorb. This process not only helps make nutrients more readily available but also improves the texture and structure of the potting mix. A well-structured mix may allow for better aeration and drainage, which are crucial for healthy root development. Additionally, treating the potting mix with hydrogen peroxide may enhance oxygen levels within the mix. Oxygen is essential for root respiration and overall plant health. By incorporating hydrogen peroxide, you introduce extra oxygen into the mix, which may help create a more oxygen-rich environment. This is particularly beneficial for preventing anaerobic conditions that may lead to root rot and other issues. An oxygen-rich potting mix promotes healthier root systems, enabling plants to absorb water and nutrients more efficiently. 4. Prevents and treats fungal infections. Since fungus spores and active fungal infections are susceptible to oxidation, hydrogen peroxide's additional oxygen may disrupt the spore's cellular structure, effectively killing them. Applying a diluted hydrogen peroxide solution to plants may help prevent fungal infections such as powdery mildew, downy mildew, and leaf spot. When sprayed on leaves, stems, and soil, hydrogen peroxide may help to sterilize the surfaces, killing any existing fungal spores and reducing the likelihood of new infections taking hold. This preventive measure is particularly useful in humid environments where fungi thrive, as it helps to maintain a cleaner and less hospitable environment for fungal growth. Another important aspect of hydrogen peroxide's effectiveness against fungi is its ability to improve overall plant health. Healthier plants are more resistant to infections, and hydrogen peroxide contributes to this by enhancing root health and soil aeration. By improving oxygen levels around the roots and in the soil, hydrogen peroxide promotes stronger root systems that may better absorb water and nutrients. Well-nourished plants are more capable of fending off infections, including fungal attacks. 5. Controls pests. Hydrogen peroxide is particularly effective against soft-bodied pests, such as aphids, mites, and whiteflies. These insects have less protection against the oxidative effects of hydrogen peroxide compared to hard-bodied insects. When you spray a diluted hydrogen peroxide solution directly on these pests, it causes immediate physical damage, reducing their populations without the need for harsh chemical pesticides. Furthermore, hydrogen peroxide may help to destroy pest eggs and larvae. Many garden pests lay their eggs on plant surfaces or in the soil. Spraying hydrogen peroxide on plants and soil may penetrate these eggs and larvae, disrupting their development and preventing future generations of pests from emerging. This approach may be especially effective in breaking the life cycle of pests and reducing their long-term impact on your garden. In addition to direct contact with pests, hydrogen peroxide may improve overall plant health, making plants less susceptible to pest attacks. Healthy plants are better able to withstand and recover from pest damage. By enhancing root health and nutrient uptake through increased oxygen availability, hydrogen peroxide may help plants grow stronger and more resilient. This resilience makes it harder for pests to cause significant harm. Hydrogen peroxide may also help clean and disinfect the garden environment, further controlling pest populations. Pests often thrive in environments with decaying organic matter and moist conditions. Hydrogen peroxide may help to decompose organic material and improve soil aeration, creating less favorable conditions for pests. Regularly treating the soil and plant surfaces with hydrogen peroxide reduces the habitats and breeding grounds for many common garden pests. 6. Disinfects tools and containers. Garden tools often come into contact with soil, plant material, and other organic matter that can harbor pathogens. These pathogens may spread diseases from one plant to another if tools are not properly disinfected. By cleaning your tools with hydrogen peroxide, you may eliminate these harmful organisms, reducing the risk of cross-contamination. This is particularly important after pruning diseased plants or working with soil that might contain harmful bacteria or fungi. Hydrogen peroxide's ability to break down organic residues also contributes to its effectiveness as a disinfectant. When you use garden tools, plant sap, soil particles, and other organic materials can accumulate on their surfaces. Hydrogen peroxide may help to decompose these residues, ensuring that the tools are thoroughly cleaned. This not only improves the hygiene of the tools but also maintains their functionality and longevity by preventing the buildup of debris that may cause rust and wear. Another advantage of using hydrogen peroxide is that it is safe and environmentally friendly when used properly. Unlike some chemical disinfectants that may leave harmful residues or emit toxic fumes, hydrogen peroxide breaks down into water and oxygen after its antimicrobial action. This makes it safe for you to handle and harmless to plants and soil when tools are used again in the garden. To disinfect garden tools with hydrogen peroxide, you typically soak them in a diluted solution or wipe them down thoroughly. This process ensures that all surfaces of the tools are exposed to the hydrogen peroxide, allowing for comprehensive disinfection. For tools with intricate parts or crevices, soaking may be particularly effective in reaching areas that might be missed with wiping alone. 7. Decontaminates water. When added to water, hydrogen peroxide releases oxygen, creating an environment that is hostile to bacteria, viruses, and algae. This oxidative action breaks down the cell walls of these microorganisms, effectively killing them and rendering the water safer for use in your garden. In hydroponic systems or rainwater collection setups, water quality is crucial for plant health. Contaminated water may introduce pathogens and algae that may harm plants. By treating water with a diluted hydrogen peroxide solution, you may reduce the microbial load, ensuring that the water is free from harmful bacteria and fungi. This decontamination process may help prevent the spread of waterborne diseases that could affect plant health and growth. Additionally, hydrogen peroxide's release of oxygen has a significant impact on water quality. Oxygenation in water helps to break down organic matter and pollutants, reducing the presence of substances that may degrade water quality. This process may help maintain a cleaner water supply, which is particularly beneficial in stagnant water sources where low oxygen levels may lead to the proliferation of anaerobic bacteria and algae blooms. Using hydrogen peroxide to decontaminate water is relatively simple. A diluted hydrogen peroxide solution is added to the water, and the oxidative reaction occurs rapidly, neutralizing contaminants. The byproducts of this reaction are water and oxygen, making it safe for plants and the environment. This means that there are no harmful residues left behind, and the treated water may be used immediately for irrigation or hydroponic systems. 8. Plant propagation. One way hydrogen peroxide aids in plant propagation is by providing a clean and sterile environment. When propagating plants, especially through cuttings, it is crucial to prevent infections that may hinder root development. A diluted hydrogen peroxide solution may be used to sterilize cutting tools and propagation mediums, such as soil or water. By killing bacteria, fungi, and other pathogens, hydrogen peroxide reduces the risk of infections that may cause cuttings to rot before they have a chance to root. Hydrogen peroxide also helps to oxygenate the rooting environment. For cuttings to develop roots, they need access to oxygen. When hydrogen peroxide breaks down, it releases oxygen into the surrounding medium. This increased oxygen availability may promote root growth by enhancing cellular respiration. This process provides the energy needed for root cells to grow and divide. Well-oxygenated conditions are particularly important when propagating plants in water, as stagnant water may quickly become low in oxygen, leading to poor root development and the potential failure of the cuttings to establish roots. Furthermore, hydrogen peroxide may assist in breaking down plant hormones that inhibit root formation. Some cuttings naturally produce hormones that prevent roots from developing, acting as a defense mechanism. The oxidative properties of hydrogen peroxide may help neutralize these inhibitory hormones, thus promoting the formation of new roots. This is especially beneficial when propagating plants that are difficult to root, as it provides a boost to the natural rooting process. 9. Odor removal. Hydrogen peroxide's antimicrobial properties play a crucial role in odor removal. Bacteria and fungi that thrive in moist, organic-rich environments are the primary cause of many unpleasant odors. These microorganisms produce gases as they decompose organic material, leading to unpleasant smells. By killing these bacteria and fungi, hydrogen peroxide may reduce the microbial activity that contributes to odors. This not only eliminates the existing smell but also helps prevent future odor problems by keeping microbial populations under control. In composting, hydrogen peroxide may be particularly useful for managing odors. Compost piles may emit strong smells if they become too wet or if there is an imbalance in the organic materials being decomposed. Adding a diluted hydrogen peroxide solution to the compost helps to aerate the pile, improving the oxygen levels and promoting aerobic decomposition. Aerobic decomposition is more efficient and produces fewer odors compared to anaerobic decomposition, which occurs in low oxygen conditions and generates stronger smells. Hydrogen peroxide may also aid in odor removal from water features or standing water in the garden. Stagnant water may become a breeding ground for algae and bacteria, leading to unpleasant odors. Treating the water with hydrogen peroxide may kill the odor-causing microorganisms. Let's discuss some important precautions to take while using hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide is a versatile and powerful compound used for a variety of applications, including gardening, cleaning, and medical purposes. However, it's essential to handle it with care to ensure safety and effectiveness. Here are some important precautions to take while using hydrogen peroxide. 1. Use the correct concentration. Hydrogen peroxide is available in various concentrations, ranging from 3%, commonly used for household purposes, to 35%, industrial grade. Always use the appropriate concentration for the task at hand. For gardening, a 3% solution is typically safe and effective. Higher concentrations may be hazardous and should be diluted properly before use. 2. Wear protective gear. When handling hydrogen peroxide, especially in higher concentrations, wear protective gear such as gloves and safety goggles. This helps prevent skin irritation and eye injuries that may occur if the solution comes into contact with your skin or eyes. 3. Store properly. Store hydrogen peroxide in its original, opaque container away from light and heat sources. Exposure to light and heat may cause the compound to decompose, reducing its effectiveness. Keep it in a cool, dark place, out of reach of children and pets. 4. Avoid mixing with other chemicals. Hydrogen peroxide should not be mixed with other household chemicals, particularly vinegar or bleach. Mixing these may produce harmful gases and reactions. Always use hydrogen peroxide on its own or follow specific, safe recipes if combining with other substances. 5. Use in a well-ventilated area. When using hydrogen peroxide for cleaning or disinfecting large areas, ensure you are in a well-ventilated space. This helps to dissipate any fumes and reduces the risk of inhalation, which may cause respiratory irritation. 6. Dispose of properly. Dispose of unused hydrogen peroxide according to local regulations. Small amounts may typically be diluted with water and flushed down the drain, but larger quantities may require special disposal methods to ensure environmental safety. Moving on, here are 6 bonus tips for using hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide is a handy household staple with a wide range of applications beyond the usual uses in gardening and cleaning. Here are some bonus tips to help you get the most out of this versatile compound. 1. Disinfect your toothbrush. To keep your toothbrush clean and free of germs, soak it in a small cup of hydrogen peroxide for a few minutes. This helps kill bacteria that may accumulate between bristles, ensuring a healthier oral hygiene routine. 2. Remove stains from fabrics. Hydrogen peroxide is effective at removing organic stains like blood, wine, and grass from fabrics. Apply a small amount of hydrogen peroxide directly to the stain, let it sit for a few minutes, and then blot it with a clean cloth. Wash the fabric as usual afterward. 3. Brighten your smile. Hydrogen peroxide may be used as a natural teeth whitener. Mix a small amount of hydrogen peroxide with baking soda to form a paste and use it to brush your teeth. Be sure to rinse thoroughly and use this method sparingly to avoid tooth sensitivity. 4. Emergency first aid. Keep a bottle of hydrogen peroxide in your first aid kit. It's useful for cleaning minor cuts and scrapes by killing bacteria and reducing the risk of infection. Pour a small amount over the wound and let it bubble up before rinsing with water. 5. Clean ear wax. Hydrogen peroxide may help in removing ear wax. Lie on your side and put a few drops of hydrogen peroxide into your ear. Let it sit and bubble for a few minutes before turning your head to let it drain out. Follow up by rinsing your ear with warm water. Always consult with a healthcare professional before using it for ear cleaning. 6. Treat foot fungus. Hydrogen peroxide may be effective in treating foot fungus. Soak your feet in a mixture of hydrogen peroxide and water to help kill the fungus causing the infection. This treatment may be particularly useful for athlete's foot. Repeat the soak daily until the infection improves. Incorporating hydrogen peroxide into your gardening routine may provide multiple benefits, from improving plant health to controlling pests and diseases. Its affordability and ease of use make it an invaluable tool for gardeners seeking natural and effective solutions. Remember to use hydrogen peroxide in appropriate dilutions to avoid harming plants, and always handle it with care. Today we learned about all the good things that happen to your plants and garden because of the benefits of hydrogen peroxide. Be it your garden or health, common products or spices may leave some powerful impact. Want to find out more? Watch 1 spoon of apple cider vinegar in your garden will do this. Or watch. Avoid ginger if you are dealing with any of these health conditions. You may watch either or both of them. Will you be adding hydrogen peroxide to your garden from now on? Let us know in the comments section below.